Be making basics.
What's going on YouTube? Beat Making Basics back again with another dope video. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe as well as give me a thumbs up because we're coming back to back with bangers. Now today's video, I'm going to be going over how to make a tank type beat in Logic Pro 10. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Now actually I just want to first off thank y'all for everything, man. It's a brand new year. Happy New Year's and all that good stuff. Yeah, man, make sure you go to beatmakingbasics.com. We have a lot of cool and special things for you there to learn how to take your beats to the next level. Look cool, look fresh, look fly, you know, all that type of stuff, man. So check that out. Let's go ahead and jump right in. First things first, I'm actually not going to use a quick sampler initially. I'm going to go over here to a default patch, software instrument default patch, and I want to basically pull up a basic piano sound. Okay, now you can go with, you know, an electric piano, but I'm actually gonna go with like a realistic grand piano. So I'm using a MIDI keyboard, and what I'll do is, just so you can see what I'm doing, I'm gonna push Command K. This is musical typing, and I'm gonna go ahead and just come up with a basic melody, okay? And what you could do is you could pick a simple key, all right, to play your melody in. You can use all the black keys. And you can come up with melodies real simple using that. You can also play A minor, which is going to be actually all the white keys starting from the letter A. So it'll make it easy to kind of find some things that stay over there. So let's just start off with something basic. You want to come with some pianos. I might actually go a little bit higher, go an octave higher. So anyway, you want to find like a basic melody. Play around until you find something that you can easily memorize and play. It does not have to be perfect. I'll start off with even a 4-bar loop just to kind of get something laid down, and then we can always like make it better as we go. So let's just start off with that. All right, so that's simple enough, man. We're gonna come over here and quantize this, especially for like some RNB and stuff like that. You kind of don't want it to be sounding so quantized, but you at least want anything that's completely off to be quantized. So I'm noticing that at the beginning, if I push play, it like all the notes aren't actually playing. So I'll go ahead and quantize just this part instead of the rest, because you kind of want it to feel natural. So that's cool enough to get started. What we can do now is take this and just drag this over to this gray area. We'll go ahead and sample that. And by sampling it, you can do a couple of cool things. You can reverse this easily, or you can play it in different keys. Let's first see what it sounds like reverse. Just click that. We'll also click here, which is follow tempo. And I'm gonna come over here to my piano and we'll push this to see how it sounds. So something cool like this, you know, reversing always comes up with some nice, pretty dope stuff. So I'm gonna lay that down. And you got to kind of watch out with this, because sometimes when you go ahead and like transpose it, which is what I just did, played it on a whole nother key. Now you got to kind of play everything based on the new key. So don't worry about that. I'm just going to go ahead and double this piano track up. And we're just gonna play this, and I'm gonna find that root note by just kind of going up the keyboard. All right, and you want to find like a basic kind of key in here. I like to sound out stuff, kind of helps without having a, all right, well, this is A, so based on this, you got to do all this formula stuff. So even if you could find like one chord at a time, just record each chord that you find. I know like C minor works well like back here, so I'll just lay that down first. Okay, and so this is just a basic way to start getting down some original R&B vibes. So let me just also find some more. We'll just keep on playing around here. Cool. So now we have our melody here. So essentially what I did is I started off with a basic piano melody in one key, just a key that I could easily lay down something in. Like I gave an example of A minor. And then from there, I resampled this, transposed it, reversed it. All right, until we had this. And then I came up with another track that kind of complemented that, okay? So from here, what we're gonna do is just go ahead and lay down a basic, like, I wouldn't even say bass, because like a lot of times with R&B, it might be like a sub sound. So I'll just go ahead and click software instrument, default patch, and then I'm gonna come over here and type sub. Okay, and you can just try some of these subs to see what works the best. Heavy sub bass, let's see. Deep sub. So deep sub probably gonna be the best one for it. And see, same thing that we did here with the piano, you can do with your bass. Find like whatever note works well with certain parts. You can go ahead and lay down that note, and then you always find the other notes. Move this note around here. Come on. And so we got a basic, melody going with this. We can bring certain parts in and out, like take out this piano. All right, so we got that going. Now let's go ahead and start actually adding some drums. I'm gonna go ahead and actually use the quick sampler this time. Just go over here under instruments, scroll down to quick sampler, and then we're gonna keep it rolling here. Now, they actually have some pretty cool things we can use. We can go over here to the loops. I can go over here to some of these little different drum kits. I have genre that I can select, so I can come over here to this hip hop and R&B genre. Since we're looking for actual drums, I can click on drums, and then I can go ahead and choose from any of these to see what we got. Or I can just scroll down and get any of this stuff. So let's just check out what we got here. So that has a pretty dope beat to it. Let's take and steal some of these sounds. Let's throw this right here in that. And actually, as you can look on here, if we push down option and zoom in, we already have all of the different parts of the beat chopped up for us. So I can initially come over here. So let's just lay down some stuff here. I like to still kind of like break the beat up some instead of putting it all on one track. Like I could have played it here, but you have more control if you break it up. So I'm gonna push double, Command D, and what that's gonna do is bring this same thing up. All right, so I have the same sounds already chopped up, but it's now on a new track. So I'm gonna be playing around with these three different kicks. So let's just quantize this. Now, quantizer for the kick and the snare, stuff like that. Again, you really definitely want at least that first one quantize. Let's see. And sometimes you got to go ahead and quantize the whole thing just to make sure it's all on point. Do 16 swing A, and then you can also come over here and take off this first note just by holding down shift, and then go in ahead and taking the strength down. Cool, so we got that. Let's go ahead and double this. So we got our kick, we got a snare or a clap, or yeah, we'll call this a snap. All right, we got a snap, we got a kick, and this is gonna see if we have any hi-hats. All right, so we'll take this hi-hat. So I have to come over here, quantize that. All right. Sometimes you got to come in here and change all this stuff because it doesn't do it right. Still like that, and I still messed it up. Come on, man. Quit messing with me. It's all good. So we gotta just fix it. Okay, so we got our hi-hat. Also, another tip here while you're building your beat, never get discouraged. Sometimes when you're building beats, okay, or making beats, you'll start making it and you'll be like, man, this kind of sucks or whatever. And you always want to look at the finished project or product before saying like, oh, this doesn't work well, because you could be on to something, but just because you gave up because it wasn't coming out the right way, you can mess up your whole beat. So like, make sure you always, keep going, man, and don't just trash your beats, because there's always gems within each thing you create. But yeah, so far we pretty much have a good amount of stuff in this. If you look over here, it says 7 over here, but this one word actually is muted out. But we got about 6 tracks. Most hit songs, if you listen to them, you're literally they're not making too much more than about 5 to 10 tracks in the beat, and so you want to always keep that in mind. So like what I'm going to do now, I do have a basic beat here. I can add some other things, maybe like a open hi-hat and different things like that. But I want to go ahead and focus back on the melody. And what I want to do is just add one other element that it will kind of differentiate like just the verses from the hooks type thing. I'm also going to go ahead and double this right here. Hold down Option, drag this down, come over here, and then just highlight that, and then take this up an octave as well. And all I did is just highlighted it and pushed Shift Option and the up arrow, and that took that up an octave. So now we have the lower one, so we can say 1, and we got this higher pitch one. Come on. And then 2, the arrangement video, which we'll probably do in another video, is important, because if you listen to like R&B music, the beat is not really going throughout the whole song. It's leaving a lot of room open for that artist, to come in there and shine. And so, like I said, I'm going to come over here and do just maybe one other thing to the melody, because really this kind of actually, this putting this second rev actually can help elevate it to the point where, it sounds like a different part of the song. But I'm gonna go ahead and put software instrument track. We'll stick with this default patch, and let's look into maybe some strings or a harp. Let's see what a harp sounds like. Okay, and I'm actually going to go ahead and leave this alone. Let's see how it sounds as far as like quantize. I don't want to quantize everything. You just want to make sure it doesn't sound off. All right, cool. So this harp part will be for the hook. I'm just going to go ahead and push this little asterisk right here, and that will just let me know that that's going to be actually just the main part for the hook. And we're actually going to probably go ahead and do like what I just did here, where we just cut the beat out during the actual hook. Like I said, man, we want to keep these things simple, anywhere between 5 to 10 tracks max with your beats. That way, you know, you can leave room open for that artist to jump on it. This is the day's video. Make sure that you, you know, jump into the comment section. Give me, you know, comment on the beat if you like the beat, if you liked what I was doing here, if you know, want to learn any type of other type of beat to make. Also, go to my site, beatmakingbasics.com. We have full video courses that you can download, okay? Instead of having to search through hundreds of YouTube videos, just grab one of my courses, man. It's going to have like a whole curriculum and organized set of videos for you to watch to learn a specific thing. So if you want to learn Logic Pro 10, you want to learn how to make hip hop beats, whatever it is, go to the site, check it out, and you can accelerate quicker because you'll have all that content right there, right for you to consume. We also have a new merch line that we're trying out here. It's called Make Beats. Just check that out as well at beatmakingbasics.com. And we have, of course, kits, and you can do a one-on-one meeting with me if you want to meet me face-to-face. Everything's at the website. If you don't do anything else, smash that like button, and also make sure that you go ahead and get subscribed. Because I'm telling you, this year we're coming with super bangers. Like last year we came with nothing but bangers. This year we're coming with super bangers every video, okay? Super bangers. Any ideas that you have for the channel too, drop it in the comment section. Love y'all, appreciate you, and we're out.